I woke up screaming, drenched in cold sweat. I could still feel her arms around me, my wife, Elise. Her warmth, her voice, even the shape of her smile. But she doesn't exist. Not here. Not in this world. Just the blinding white ceiling and the faint hum of hospital machines. The nurse leaned over me, clipboard in hand. "You hit your head, sir. Can you tell me your name?" Yeah, I could. But the name I remembered wasn't mine anymore. It belonged to someone else, someone who had a wife, a daughter, and a life I knew down to the last detail. In my mind, everything was vivid. Our house with the crooked fence, Elise making coffee in the kitchen, Mia's tiny socks scattered across the floor. It wasn't some fever dream. I remembered her perfume, our fights, her lullabies. You don't invent that kind of love. You live it. But reality hit like a punch. This body was mine, sure. But this life? No. There was no Elise. No Mia. No house. I lived alone in a shoebox apartment with peeling wallpaper and silence that screamed. How could I forget a whole decade? Unless it wasn't really forgotten. My eyes locked on the lamp by the bed. It was exactly like the one in our old bedroom. Matte blue base, a small chip near the cord, warm amber glow. I felt sick. Out of all the lamps in the world, how could this one be here too? It felt like it was watching me. I reached for it, my fingers trembling. The second I touched it, static crawled up my arm. The light flickered. Something shifted. I wasn't in the hospital anymore. I saw Elise again, standing in the hallway, her face twisted in fear. She mouthed something I couldn't hear. Then a whisper filled my ear, clear and cold. "Why did you leave us?" My hand snapped back. The room was normal again. Lamp glowing softly. Nurse gone. But now there was a shadow at the edge of the curtain, small, childlike, and it was moving closer. I stayed completely still, barely breathing. The curtain shifted like someone was just beyond it, pacing. Not walking, dragging. Small feet. I could hear them. I knew that sound. I used to hear it every night when Mia would sneak into our room after nightmares. But she wasn't real. She couldn't be. The nurse had said I lived alone. My record said I'd never married. No kids. And yet, just beyond that curtain, something was waiting. I whispered, "Mia." A tiny hand gripped the edge of the curtain. My heart nearly stopped. The hand didn't look right. Pale. Almost blue. Like a doll left out in winter. It curled around the fabric slowly, trembling. Too slow, too precise. Not like a child's hand. Not human. A voice whispered again, closer this time. "You promised you'd never leave." I jumped out of bed, ripping wires from my skin. Machines blared. The hand vanished. I tore the curtain aside. Nothing. Just an empty hallway soaked in buzzing fluorescent light. But the air, it smelled like her shampoo. Peach and jasmine. I nearly threw up. They moved me to a different room that night. Said I was hallucinating from trauma. But that lamp followed me. Different room, same lamp. Same chip. Same glow. I asked a nurse about it. She just blinked and said, "We don't have lamps like that." I didn't sleep. I sat in the chair all night, eyes on the lamp. I tried unplugging it. Didn't matter. It stayed lit. I tried smashing it. It wouldn't crack. Like it wasn't really there. Like it was a window to something else. Or maybe a door. Right before dawn, the power went out. Everything went black, except the lamp. Its glow turned cold, almost blue. Then I heard footsteps again. Slower this time. Not just one set. Two. One child. One adult. Both dragging something behind them. Something wet. I backed into the corner, heart hammering. The sound of wet dragging got louder. Whatever was coming, it wasn't human. It breathed like it was drowning, shallow, gurgling gasps. The lamp buzzed louder, almost screaming. Then the doorknob began to turn. Slowly, deliberately. The door creaked open just an inch. Then two. Darkness behind it. Nothing stepped through, at first. But the hallway lights flickered, and I saw a foot. Small, bare, caked in dirt. Then another. Mia's size. But wrong. Stretched. Like a wax figure left in the sun. A tall figure emerged behind her. Elise. Or something wearing her skin. Her head tilted in a way no neck should bend. Her smile too wide. "We missed you," she whispered, voice layered. Hers and something else underneath. "It's time to come back." I screamed and threw the lamp across the room. It hit the wall and exploded into silence. The figures vanished. The power returned. Nurses ran in, shouting, sedating me. As the world blurred, I saw it. On the wall where the lamp had hit, a handprint. Small. Blue. They discharged me 2 days later. Said I was fine. Just a bump to the head and a nervous breakdown. But I knew better. I felt them. And when I got home, the lamp was waiting on my nightstand. Same one. Like it never broke. Like it followed me. I didn't touch it. Didn't sleep. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw them. Elise standing at the foot of my bed, swaying. Mia crouched in the corner, whispering things I couldn't understand. Her eyes were wrong. Empty, like 2 holes punched in paper. 3 nights in, I caved. I touched the lamp. And I was back. Not in the hospital. Not my apartment. In our home. Elise cooking. Mia playing. Everything exactly like before. For a second, I forgot. Forgot they were dead. Forgot I left. Forgot what they'd become. At first, it was perfect. The house smelled like cinnamon and rain. Elise laughed, handed me coffee. Mia ran to me, arms open. I held her. She was warm. Real. No blue skin. No empty eyes. Just my daughter. My wife. A second chance I never asked for. But something was off. Time didn't move right. The clocks ticked, but the hands never changed. The sun outside never set. Mia kept drawing pictures, always of a man standing in fire. Elise hummed a song I didn't know. The same one. Over and over and over. I asked her what day it was. She smiled and said, "You're home now. Days don't matter anymore." Her eyes didn't blink. Not once. The same smile stayed on her face, like it was sewn there. Mia whispered from under the table, "Don't stay too long. It burns." I tried the front door. Locked. Windows, too. I smashed one with a chair. It fixed itself in seconds, glass melting back into place. The house breathed. I could feel it expanding and contracting, like lungs made of wood and drywall. Like it was alive. I found the lamp in every room. Bedroom, kitchen, bathroom. Always glowing. Always watching. I unplugged them, still lit. I smashed one, came back. Elise got angry. She never yelled, never moved fast. Just stared. "You don't want to hurt us again, do you?" That night, I woke to Mia standing beside my bed, whispering into the dark. I pretended to sleep. She turned slowly toward me and said, "He's almost here." I asked who. Her face went blank. Then, the one who never left. He doesn't like sharing. I ran to the basement. Only place without a lamp. But even there, I heard him coming. Slow steps, scraping claws. And behind him, the sound of a baby crying. Not Mia. Something deeper. Something older. Something that sounded exactly like me. The crying grew louder. Not a baby's wail. More like something trying to sound human and failing. Echoes bounced off the concrete walls, twisting into my voice. "Daddy," it said. Over and over. "Daddy, come back." My skin crawled. My knees locked. In the far corner, something moved. A shape hunched in the dark. Its breath rattled like broken glass. I stepped back, but the door slammed shut behind me. Locked. I was trapped. Alone. Except not alone. The shape whispered, "You were supposed to stay." I clicked my lighter. The flame flickered. The thing had no face, just skin stretched where eyes and mouth should be. But I knew it. I felt it. It was what was left of me. The version that never woke up. Still trapped here. Still burning. "You left us to rot." It groaned, voice layered like Elise's had been. "You promised we'd always be together. You broke it." I screamed, backed into the stairs. Each step behind me creaked, slow and deliberate. Elise was coming. Or what wore her shape? The lamp was in the center of the floor, just sitting there, glowing cold and blue. The thing pointed at it. "Touch it again," it hissed. "Go back, or stay here with us forever." My heart pounded. I didn't know which was worse, there or here. I grabbed the lamp. Flames erupted from the walls, screaming faces in the fire. Elise and Mia were burning, but not screaming. They just stared at me, smiling, eyes black as ink. "Welcome home," they said together. The lamp grew hot in my hands. I closed my eyes and begged to wake up. When I opened them, I was in my apartment. Cold sweat, morning light, lamp gone, silence. No Elise, no Mia. But as I looked into the mirror, I wasn't alone. A child stood behind me, blue skin, hollow eyes. I spun around. Nothing there, just the cheap wallpaper peeling behind me. But in the mirror, she was still visible. Mia, if it was her, motionless, watching. I backed away, but her reflection stayed close, like glass was the only thing holding her back. I stopped leaving the apartment. Sleep became impossible. Every time I blinked, I'd see the house again. Elise walking down the hallway backward. Mia scratching at the walls. The lamp always glowing in the background, humming like a heartbeat. I turned off all lights. Still, the lamp returned, on my nightstand, glowing softly. Blue. I threw it out the window. It was back an hour later. Then in the fridge. Then the shower. It followed me like a curse. Like it was me. Or part of me now. The messages started next. Scrawled in fog on the mirror. Come back. We built this for you. We kept your heart. Sometimes they were in Mia's handwriting. Sometimes in mine. Once, they were burned directly into the bathroom wall. I called a priest. He stepped in, froze, and whispered, "You brought something back with you." He left without saying more. Never returned my calls. The next day, I found a note under my pillow. God can't hear you where you've been. I tried therapy, medication, isolation, but the more I denied them, the stronger they became. They started moving things. My keys, my furniture, my bed once flipped while I was lying on it. My reflection started smiling when I wasn't. Then, one night, I woke up choking. A small hand over my mouth. Cold breath against my ear. "Daddy," she whispered. "You're not supposed to be here. He's angry." I asked who. She vanished. And then I heard him, breathing under my bed. I didn't look. I couldn't. But the breath kept getting louder. Wet. Animal-like. Then, something touched my foot. Not a hand. Not claws. Something wet. Like a tongue. Slowly sliding across my skin. I bolted upright. Empty room. But the lamp was back. Blue. This time, it flickered violently. The glow pulsed like it was alive. I shouted, "What do you want from me?" The apartment answered with silence. But my phone lit up on its own. A photo. Elise. Mia. Me. Smiling. Except I had no eyes in the picture. Just void. More photos followed. All from that other life. Elise brushing her hair. Mia blowing candles. Me holding the lamp. Always the lamp. Always watching. The last photo was new, my apartment. Tonight. My bed. And someone crawling out from underneath it. I threw the phone. The lamp went out instantly. Darkness swallowed everything. Then, I heard the door creak open. Not the front door. The closet. I never used that closet. Slowly, a foot slid out. The same waxy, blue skin. Followed by a grin. Elise stepped out, body bending at wrong angles. Bones cracking. Eyes locked on mine. "You promised," she said, voice soaked in rage. "You were ours." Mia followed, whispering, "He's here too." Then I saw him, just shadows. But they bled through the wall. The apartment shifted. Walls warped. Lamp reappeared. The same blue glow. But this time it spoke. A voice like mine, but deeper. "You opened the door," it said. "You touched the gate. Now you belong to us. Every version of you. All of you." I tried smashing the lamp again. Didn't work. It split in half, revealing an eye inside. Human. Blinking. Watching me. Elise and Mia stood behind it, smiling like puppets. "You never left," they whispered in unison. "You just forgot where you really live." I ran. Out the door, down the stairwell. Each floor looked the same, identical. No exit. No people. Just that lamp at the end of every hall. Sometimes on the floor. Sometimes hovering. Always lit. Always humming. Like it was leading me somewhere. Finally, I found a window. I smashed through it, glass cutting deep. But outside wasn't the street. It was them. Elise. Mia. 1,000 versions of them, layered over each other. Smiling. Flickering. Shifting like bad signal on a broken TV. I blacked out. When I woke up, I was back in bed. Bandaged. The lamp beside me, steady as ever. I don't know if I ever escaped. If this is a new trap. A deeper level. A quieter layer. But things here are off. My reflection blinks slower than I do. People on the street speak in reverse if I listen too long. The sky changes colors at night, colors I can't name. The coffee tastes like blood. My phone has no signal, but it shows messages. Stay. Sleep. Touch the lamp. It's still here, on my desk. I tried burning it, drowning it, locking it in a safe. Nothing works. It returns. Waiting. Sometimes I hear Mia's giggle from inside it. Sometimes Elise sings. The house we lived in? I see it when I blink too long. A flicker. A scent. A sound. Maybe this is hell. Maybe it's all in my head. But last night I heard something new. My voice. From inside the lamp. Whispering things I haven't said yet. Begging. Pleading. telling me not to trust myself, that I'm not the real me anymore. So now I sit, watching the lamp. It watches back. I don't sleep. I don't blink. I wait, because I know one day I'll touch it again, whether I want to or not. And when I do, I won't be coming back. Maybe I already haven't.